Hello and welcome back to Dan Patriot Contraptions. We're going to be getting my John Deere 214 into its winter configuration. This will mean removing the mower deck and putting the snow cab on top, as well as adding the weights on back. Let's get into how I do it. There we go. Okay. So I have the mower deck all the way down. Now it's time to remove the connecting rods and everything from it, and then I'll pull it out of the side. First off, there's right underneath here, this sort of like a pin. You simply have to pull it back, use a screwdriver, and then turn it, lock in place. It drops down the main support bar for the mower deck. Now behind that, there's going to be two smaller deck control arms that raise and lower the deck. So let's take a look at that. Here are those two control arms. These are your lifting ones, and you just remove them by pulling out this pin, popping that off. There, as so. Bring it back and lift up. Slides should slide out. There we go. And then once you've got it out, be sure and put that pin back in place. As so. That way you won't lose it, hopefully. Now there's one more on the other side here, and then there's another one right up there for the connecting rod on that side. Located at the front of the tractor, there are two pins that will need pulled back from either side, and then underneath I have to pull these two U-shaped pins back in order to release the mower deck. So we'll start with the U-shaped ones. It'll be a little bit easier. Other side. Haven't really got a good angle for this, trying to avoid the camera. There we go. Okay. So those are both off. Now this allows me to bring the mower deck forward and release the belt. Reach under here, simply undo it. So now the mower deck is released from the mower belt. And with the lower portion of the belt off, that allows us to also remove the upper portion. Simply lift it up, off of the pulleys, down, and out from underneath. Coming back around front, we still have to get out these two pins. So there's one, and then right here, the other one, bing. And that's our U-shaped connector. Now that we have all the small pieces removed from the mower deck and everything's detached, we've got both of our lifting arms detached, we've got our two stabilizing arms detached, and we've got our main front stabilizing arm removed, it's time to go ahead and pull the actual mower deck out from under the tractor. The mower deck is off, and the tractor is now lined up straight in line with the cab that I've got hanging from the ceiling. So I'm going to crank the cab up into the air, then I'm going to slide the tractor back under it and drop the cab down so that the footwell here lines up directly with the front of the cab here, which is where it's meant to rest, as you probably saw in my video when I built the cab last year. Let's go for it, see how this works out. Okay, here we go. all I have left to do is put the blower on at this point. I have to put a box of weights on the back, and then I have to put my windows in on the tractor for it to be complete. So I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail on the blower because I've got a video up on that already. If you want to watch that, go over to my channel, check out my John Deere playlist, and you'll see the video there. Let's get this blower attached and get the box on the back. As you can see, I already put the windows in. They're not that hard. If you check out the tractor cab video, you'll notice it's just plexiglass, and I've got this framing that comes off to hold it in place. So those are in place now. One thing I have changed, though, is the weight mechanism. Last year I had that annoying green box, absolutely a pain to get on and off. You had to bolt it straight to the tractor down here. And in order to do that, you actually had to take all of the weights out of the box. And I didn't want to do that this year, so I came up with this method. These are a couple of shelving brackets, and I've just painted them black for convenience. But they come off the back. They're held on by two 5/16 bolts on each side. So super sturdy, not going anywhere. And then up on top of that, I just have a regular utility toolbox. And this utility toolbox can be filled with whatever I want to use as weight. In this case, I've got it filled with thousands of pieces of little metal scrap, which makes it weigh somewhere around 80 to 100 pounds. So plenty of traction back here. Another benefit is, if you guys can see just how far off the back of the tractor is, it's about a foot off the back. What that means is that's adding extra leverage to shift the entire tractor's center of gravity onto the rear axle and less onto the front. And it makes it a lot easier already just pulling the plow up and getting it off of the ground, because now the tractor isn't rocking forward when the plow's up, taking the weight off of the rear tires for backing up. Instead, it's keeping that weight on the rear tires, which allows me to get out of tight situations when I'm blowing snow. We have done it. We are completely finished with our summer to winter conversion on the John Deere 214. As you can see behind me, I have the snow blower attached, I have the cab attached, and on the back we have our fantastic new weight system. So we are ready to rock and roll this winter. Now obviously I'm going to hold off on the tire change because it's still fall and I don't want to scrape up my driveway unnecessarily. But that being said, everything else is ready to go. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to subscribe to my channel. I do tons of crazy bicycle builds and other projects, and it's just going to get better from here. So have a fantastic day. I'll see you in the next episode. Patriot Contraptions, signing out. I am probably the only guy around right now driving their tractor through their yard.